Shalom. Sorry it took me so long to get to that cerebrum. I'm going to get to it in a very quick second. I got some more definitions for this cerebellum. And I circle things so you can just notice, like, things aren't a coincidence. That cerebrum is connected to this brainstem and this cerebellum. All three of these are connected. And why is it three? It's three. Again, numbers count. Cerebellum, which is a Latin for little brain. It is a major structure of the brain, hindbrain, that is located near the brainstem. This part of the brain is responsible for coordinating voluntary movements. It is also responsible for a number of functions, including motor skills, such as balance, coordination, and posture. Its major function is to coordinate the timing force of the different muscles. Its major function is to coordinate the timing force of these different muscle groups to produce fluid, limbs, body movements. What is the brainstem? It is a bundle of nerve tissue at the base of the brain. It connects the cerebrum and cerebellum to the spinal cord. The three components of the brainstem are the medulla oblongata, midbrain, and pons. Together they help to regulate breathing, heart rate, blood pressure, and several other important functions. Now that sounds like what's going on with this COVID stuff. Like it's messing with you in some type of way. It's messing with your breathing. They trying to mess with your body functions, how you move, you know what I'm saying? Something going on. I ain't gonna say that this is the people doing it. I don't know. I don't know. Some people saying it's Yah judging the nations. But if you look at both of these, coincidentally, it's exactly these areas. Why is it these areas? And this one too, right here. What is this? What is all these areas right here? I don't know about South Africa. I don't know if Israelites down there. I don't know about the total thing, but we were sold into slavery from the cerebellum and the brainstem part of Africa. Coincidence? Where's all the knowledge come from? Did it come from up here by Europe? Nah. All the knowledge came from here in Africa, this whole continent. You feel me? And somehow they tried to split this from the tectonic plate, and I think I'm finna get into that. I don't know. Some of y'all are smarter than me. Y'all can get it. The cerebrum, what is it? The cerebrum is the uppermost largest part of the brain. It contains two hemispheres split by a central fissure. The cerebrum itself contains the major lobes of the brain. And is responsible for receiving and giving meaning to information from the sense organs as well as controlling the body. Who controls the body? The head. Okay. Get that. Physically, mentally, and spiritually, and symbolically. Cerebrum, the principal and most anterior part of the brain. Invertebrates, located in the front area of the skull and consisting of two hemispheres. See what I'm saying? Get what I'm saying, man? If you don't, you will. I know y'all smart. Somebody out here is very smart. Smarter than me. And I don't care. I'm very humble, baby. Two hemispheres, left and right, separated by a fissure. It is responsible for the interrogation of complex sensory and neural functions and initiation coordination of voluntary activity in the body. It performs higher functions like interpreting, touch, vision, and hearing, vision and hearing, as well as speech, reasoning, emotions, learning, fine control of movement. Cerebellum is located under the cerebrum. Now, what is this fissure? A long, narrow opening or line of breakage made by cracking or splitting, especially in the rock or earth. Verb: split or crack something to form a long, narrow opening. Now, didn't they try to crack this? And look at this, narrow, long, narrow. You know what I'm saying? Narrow. Narrow as the gate. The way to you get it. Fissure, a cleft or groove. A fissure can be normal or abnormal. A fissure in the cerebral cortex is a normal feature. It is a deep fold that involves the entire thickness of the brain wall. A fissure in the anus is abnormal. Man, what it got to do with anus? So it's something about the anus, like the donkey. Now, I'm finished with that, but I really want to start talking about something. I think people need to start using their own mind, but read the Bible yourself, so you can get an understanding of things. Because if you start listening to these people on YouTube, I don't care if they're Israelites or Christians, you got to start using your brain and reading the Bible. Because people trying to scare you out of this city and to get you into a land, you better watch your kids and your wife. I'm letting you know this right now. Somebody is out here funny. And that's on the real. Anytime a man trying to always control a woman, always trying to, we know you the head, but if you every time you trying to control a woman and always want multiple wives, now if you want to do multiple wives, that's on you. I ain't got nothing to do with that. But pay attention. Men always calling women witches and all this and all this wicked stuff, man. What is wrong with you? Why you always trying to control over a woman? Why you always talking about virgins and stuff? Some of these people. I ain't gonna say no names. I'm not messy, but you need to start paying attention, because I had some dreams, and I don't care who you are, I'm finna tell you my dreams. So stop playing with y'all, because he checked me with my anger, about my anger. Just like brother saying out here, you got a wife. You know what I'm saying? Your wife is you. She was taken from your rib. And I get this a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I got to understand a little bit more. But understand something, man. Y'all's not playing. He checked me in my sleep. You ever seen X-Men? And what's that dude that's like come through every planet in the universe absorbing all the energy? Well, I was trying to run with this woman. It's this woman and this man. And I'm trying to hide up under dirt. I ran from Egypt, though. I was running. It was like nothing but sand around. And for some reason, I ended up around my neighborhood. And I ran on the side of my buddy crib. I ain't gonna say his name, but I ran on the side of his crib. And when I ran on the side of his crib, he was like, yep. And I went to try to hide in the dirt. And he was shoveling the dirt up on top of me. It was already a mountain of dirt or a dookie. I don't know what, it was either one of them. And I'm trying to hide in it. And I felt whoever presence this was, I was real scared of this person. This person ain't, man, I don't know what he was. I just know I was running from him and I was hiding in the dirt. And you know how you got a little peephole in the middle? I ain't see him, but I felt his presence. It's like he walked past. And after being finished with the dream, I know he knew I was right there. He just wanted to see what I was going to do. So I went in the house after he left. I tried to hide up in clothes, like a dirty clothes bag. I was throwing all the clothes out the bag. And then I was hiding up in the bag, and then I tried to throw the clothes over me. That wasn't working. So I went into this closet that was in the house. And it was like a big tote or something. A real big tote like your body can fit in. And I was throwing clothes on me in there. And I'm hiding. And there was this woman to the left of me, and there was this dude to the right of me. They was teachers or something. And it seemed like this was the same woman that was with me over there, and she followed me. But she stayed, and I ran. I was getting up out of there. I didn't know, it felt like this guy was trying to put too much pressure on me. Whoever this was, when I was trying to hide in this big tote, I was throwing clothes on me. And these two teachers was like, "You'll be all right. You're okay." I'm like, "No, man, he gonna find us, man. Why is y'all over here, man?" I'm like, "I don't want to put y'all in this." And they was like, "You'll be all right. You'll be okay." And I ain't listen. So I jumped up out of there. And as soon as I jumped up out of there, you know how you outside and you just see the air and see life and all that, right? I just seen a red dot come out of nowhere, like it appeared out of the thin air, in a whole big body, like it was large, like that dude I was telling you off of X-Men or whatever. It stood up, and he was so tall, man. He was so big. He was like a extra giant. He stood up real tall, and I heard his voice say, "You should follow my commandments," something like that or whatever. "You should have followed my commandments." And then I seen two dogs or something, like they started talking, or two little kids, and they said something like "You took my parents," and I don't know. I started running, and when I started running, for some reason I jumped up, and he grabbed me, like I could fit in his whole hand, like a piece of like a piece of something. You know what I'm saying? He just was holding me in his hand, and then he just let me go real quick, and I started running again. And then he threw something at me, and it was like a bunch of knives and axes. But it's like it was a black smoke, like poof, and then the axes and everything came up out of that. And I covered up to try to block, try to get ready for it, and it went past me, and I woke up. Now I ain't gonna lie, I've been getting checked about my anger, because I can't control my anger, man. Ever since I stopped smoking weed, I'm not gonna lie. Man, I've been getting a lot angrier. You know what I'm saying? I can't control it a little bit. I was a little cooler without, when I was smoking. But I ain't trying to go back to smoking. You know what I'm saying? And it was a dream. Now I'm finna tell you 2 more dreams, and I'm gonna leave this alone. So if you out here trying to mistreat women, out here trying to, I don't know what you is. You say you following God, but you a wolf in sheep clothing. Watch out. I see a lot of works out of some people. A lot of building, but no faith. And nothing telling you about Yahushua HaMashiach. So, look now. I'm, my first dream, look. I'm asleep, right? All I know is in my dream, I heard water at my feet, like towards my feet. And it was dark, you know what I'm saying? Real dark. Let me see. It was darker than that. It was just real dark, right? I couldn't even see the water. All I know is I heard it hitting the shore, like, and I started bagging up on my back. But when I was bagging up, I'm like, man, it's real soft. And I noticed it was sand. So when I was bagging up, I looked to the left and the right of me. I see men and women. A lot of people just throwing their arms up. Throwing it up like blocking in front of their face, like they trying to block something. And they was just screaming, man, just screaming constantly. Hollering and screaming. And when I looked up over them, man, I seen look, I'm not being racist. I'm not talking about white people, but whoever these was, their face was like a white man with bald spots, a bunch of gouged bald spots with long stringy hair. But it was bald spots in their head. And their teeth was real sharp, bro. Whoever listening to this, their teeth was so sharp, man, they was like razor sharp. But when I looked at their body, they had a wasp-like body. Their body was so heavy it was hanging, but they had long stingers, and they was stinging the people. They was stinging them back and forth constantly, not non-stop. No stopping, bro. No stopping, man. When I say these people was screaming, and they was trying to bag up and run, it wasn't nowhere to run. Even though it was dark, you can just tell it wasn't nowhere to run. Man, I was so scared, I looked them right in their face. I couldn't move no more. All I could do is just start praying. I ain't gonna lie, you know what I was saying? Please, Lord, no. Please, please, please. Please, 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 no. No, Lord, please, because I wasn't in, this was years ago before I even knew about Yahushua HaMashiach, the name and all that. And I kept saying it, right? Them people that was stinging them, they didn't look at me or they weren't stinging me. But I was so scared, man, a volcano wouldn't have did nothing. Do you hear me? This dream was so scary, man, of being thrown in a volcano, bro. Ain't nothing. I can't explain it all, like the way the pain that they was in. I was so scared. And then I woke up. When I got out the bed, my shirt was wet. It was real, drenched a little bit. And when I looked at the bed, I am not lying, man. My body print was in that bed. Because when I woke up, I seen myself was trying to hold both sides of the bed. Because I was trying to hide from them so they wouldn't see me. But I wasn't nowhere for me to hide, you know what I'm saying? And when I woke up, like I said, I seen them printing that bed. I said, man, I don't know what this was. But man, it scared the mess out of me. Now this last dream, I was going up to my grandmother's house. I was getting ready to ring the bell. Don't you know how a funnel cloud come real quick and it's like a movie? It formed up. I rung my grandma's bell and I felt the presence like the funnel cloud. But it was the sun. When I turned around, literally the sun, it was coming down towards the earth so fast that I could barely even pray. Oh yeah, my third dream. My wife said I was asleep and she was up and she looked under the cover and she seen a bunch of jellyfish just floating up under the cover, just floating up over me or whatever. She said she pinched herself to see if she was woke. She said she was not asleep and she just seen jellyfish just floating all around. So I'm telling you, when people say they had dreams, man, he said we was gonna start having dreams. So all I'm trying to tell anybody, man, I'm not trying to get down on you. I'm not no scholar. I don't care. I don't even care no more about trying to get people to know about this. Once I tell you, like I was listening to Found in Israel, once you tell people, hey, just walk off, man. You ain't gotta worry about it. You did your job. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Found in Israel, for that lesson. For real, you need to check yourself and not pride. Even though you probably weren't talking about me, if you was, it don't matter. I got the message, man. I know y'all is talking to me. I felt that presence. You know what I'm saying? So, anybody out here, man, y'all is not playing. For some reason, man, I'm starting to have these dreams. And I need prayer for myself, Need to know what to do in these days. With my household and everything else. But, alright, y'all. Shalom. Shalom. And think for yourself. This is what this brain is about. Use righteous discernment and righteous judgment. Don't let nobody tell you anything. You read for your dang on self. Because when somebody say they speaking in the tongues and speaking the Holy Spirit, in Corinthians 14, right, or one of them, it says, if a man speaking in tongues, let him talk to himself. If he don't have an interpreter to interpret him, and then that third person to tell you what that interpretation is, then don't receive it. Just sit quiet. I don't care who they is. I don't care how much somebody say they receiving the Holy Spirit. Some people just go wrong sometimes, man. I don't care who they is. I'm letting you know. Because I done tried to reach out to brothers. And I see, man, they ain't paying me no attention. And I know that God talking to them or y'all talking to them. I was just looking for prayer. But I still tell you to go to these brothers because I know they teaching some truth. But anyway, man, read for yourself, learn for yourself, study to show thyself approval. Forget what everybody else talking about. Don't question the elder. Man, who is you? You ain't gonna tell me that. Anyway, well, y'all, with the love of Yahushua HaMashiach, shalom, brothers.